Oh, we're
Oh,
back,
you
setting
got
up
it.
for map number 1, Games Academy versus Torque. Looks like Games Academy going to be starting off on CT side right here on Mirage. This is Torque's map pick. Match is live.
About time.
About time. Joey, take it away.
Ready to go into the pistol. Look at Bolts. Aggressive play already, hopping out of the window and going into the underpass. Doesn't look like they're completely unsuspecting. Rix is up there. Actually, Rix is a player we didn't really talk about too much, and maybe we can highlight some more as this game goes underway. Look at Mo. Patience is going to pay off. He gets his first man. Will he be able to find a second? Trying to get those body shots into Phelps. Also a bit of an unknown, that Phelps character, but starting off strong here in the pistol. 2, now 3 kills. He brings down Rix. And wow, I really like that. 2 pushing into the B halls and 1 going up the stairs, just pinching onto Torque's position and shutting him down pretty early on into the pistol round.
A2Z is going to find himself in trouble. Takes the 1v1 duel. Look at that counter flash going in just as he starts to step in, take a couple of shots. There's a nade too. He's at 100% health, not going to do much. Instead, you got to watch out for Phelps when tagged up excruciatingly low. Phelps is dropped quickly by A2Z, just spamming through the smoke right there, putting us into a 3 versus 2 situation. Sean Garris, look at that long-range headshot. Bolts is
really
down. Now
back.
it's evened up. 45 seconds remaining, though.
Yeah, A2Z getting one through the smoke was big. Phelps, of course, was low after his triple kill. Then Sean Garris, you know, there was so much pressure over at B. He's free to go up the catwalk. Will jump across the vent, and they've managed to pick up the bomb. They're swinging it back now to A. Column A to B instead of A to Z.
Yeah, I don't even understand how this is happening. A2Z is going to go ahead and drop the bomb. He's able to get the plant. Last man standing, though. His partner's just been taken down, and he can't get any kind of good post-plant position. Jumps on top of the box, trying to switch up the angle on Henny, but Henny's able to flick up. Nail it with the headshot. Should be plenty of time on the defuse right there. That was quite the wild goose chase that Torque led him on. Games Academy picking up the pistol round.
Yeah, but Torque do plant the bomb, and that's always a lot of money going in, and that can change who is going to have the advantage going into that third round. Depending on what Torque want to do here, they do invest into a deagle there for A2Z. I was expecting just to go full smokes and see an execute to get the bomb down again into the A site, but instead it will just be a nade and a smoke onto Sean Garris, who I assume is still going to be that captain, so he'll use that utility. And TCK with the bomb, and they're once again going out to the B site. And Henny, I mean, you don't have an op yet, but the USP is going to be the closest thing you can get to it in these early rounds. He didn't even upgrade.
Yeah, that's A2Z quickly dropped off. Mo as well. Now TCK is going to come walking around the corner, dropping Showtime. Luca is right there. Lucas, rather, is right there. Nails him with the FAMAS, switching to the USP. Headshot, leaving Sean Garris all alone. He's got a deagle. One headshot on a dream, not meant to happen. Phelps speaks the corner with the M4, reasserting mid control. That's going to be 2 rounds for Games Academy. Oh, look at Torque, though. They still got enough money to buy.
Yeah, I mean, they planted the bomb in the first and didn't buy any armor in that last one, so they're good to go. It'll be a little light on the utility. They do just have 4 smoke, so if they're going to execute, they need to go out right behind it. They cannot delay, because then they'll have nothing else to work with. And so far, I've really loved the way Games Academy is playing this. Like, pretty unique play style, like pushing up on those B stairs and pushing into the B tunnels. Like, they are being relentless over on the B side of the map, which usually doesn't see that much action. And this time, they just run through them. And now they're all over to A, whereas that's actually no. That was just A2Z over there. Rix is still up in the B halls.
Yeah, after losing so many members, looks like they just decided to go ahead and split up and try to fake A with A2Z, allowing Rix to work his way into the B site. It worked to some capacity, but at this point, the rotation is fully underway. Rix drops down. If he plants the bomb right now, he might just have a chance, but there's one player in market watching it. That's going to be Henny with the AWP. Rix. Yeah, he's got a minute to go. Charges down on Cat. Bolts is right there. Almost looked like he wanted to play one of those wild goose chase strategies. Not meant to happen. Games Academy win the first gun round tonight.
That was a sick play. I actually didn't quite catch if they pushed through the B apartments or if they pushed through B onto the catwalk, because on the minimap, like, once you get an underpass, it kind of looks like the same location.
It's all the same, yeah.
But they did one or the other, getting very, very aggressive over on the B/middle side of the map, and that just completely shuts down anything Torque had planned for that first rifle round. Like, we didn't even get to see what they had planned because they got murdered. And now they have no money. They're back on pistols. Best you can hope for is try to plant that bomb as They do walk into a smoke. Who do we got over at the A site? We got Bolts and that new kid on the block, Phelps. You're playing in the A site with support from Henny, playing mid, connector, or window, respectively. And Bolts with a triple spray down.
That was insane.
And the round ends quickly after that.
That was insane. Torque, of course, they have no utility walking into the site. They're just hoping to charge in quickly, get a bomb plant, get a little bit of money going into the next round, and they get annihilated instantaneously. Like, quite literally. As the round begins, I look at the minimap, and I see nothing but 5 X's. Torque down 4-0. That's fine, though. After one eco round, they've got a full buy, and I think this is the first round we're seeing Mo whip out the AWP, which is his weapon of choice. Looks like a mid strat, 2 underpass.
Started taking a ton of damage. All right, Phelps into the connector this time with his AK. Sean Garris has gone into that underpass pretty quickly. Make sure it's not going to be pushed, as it has been a few rounds. And I guess Mo took his damage from some early nades. And look at Lucas pushing out onto the catwalk. Not quite going all the way up on top of the fence, but almost able to peer over the island there in middle. I mean, low. There you go. Mo is low.
Mo low.
He's about 1 shot from an AK. So
yeah,
any damage would have killed him.
Dangerously slow play going on for Torque in mid. If you get stalled out, you can get pinched off very quickly. Still 5v5. Seems like they want to work their way towards the A site. Lucas just checking on connector before he falls back into B.
Thrown the bomb to Mo now, which seems weird. He's going to go trek through the underpass, and they are going to shift things over to B. And they have A2Z lurking, and he's actually now got a kill. Still some time on the clock. He gets the kill, and they're not adjusting the strat. They're hoping that there's going to be a rotation. Maybe Phelps is going to slide over to the A site, but he's not moving at all. He's still just back on the CT side of things.
And he knows. He was pushed all the way into Palace. He might have heard A2Z rotating off.
Oh, perfectly timed by Showtime. I don't know what his cue was. Oh my God! He gets the third one on the TCK. What a play. It clearly is Showtime as he pops out. He's going to find his fourth. Almost on for the ace, but here's Rix. Gets 2. Coming up from the catwalk. Can't find the third, though. Phelps in the market window. Shoots him down. And a big 4K for Showtime, taking our score to 5-0.
That was insane. Showtime just standing strong on the other side of smoke. Sprays him down. That 3K completely opens up the round for GamesAcademy, negating any kind of work that A2Z did at the A site. It's 5-0. Money's starting to get extremely out of hand with GamesAcademy. You got $11,800 in the hands of Phelps. Even though they've been losing a couple of members, you got plenty of money in the bank. It's going to be quite the uphill struggle for Torque this time around. Maybe a little bit of confusion. They walk around. No, it's a strat. They're dropping decoys at top of mid, trying to keep Henny on site focused with the AWP down mid while they execute fast on A site. Smokes are set up.
Only 2. Only 2 smokes, though, which means they're more than likely not going to smoke CT, and they're going to have to challenge it, and that's where Bolts is playing. Earlier, he got a triple spray down. Granted, that was against just pistols, no armor, but they are going to have to fight him. His smoke's going in now, and actually, TCK up in Palace is still smoked off. Mo's trying to make his way over, wants to make sure no one's hiding out in the smoke in Sandwich, but Bolts putting in that damage. Lucas comes over, does get 1 kill that Bolts assisted on. TCK can finally see again from Palace. He's been able to get 1, and it's a 2-on-2 now. After the smoke settles. And Henny, though, here now, taking up the helm in the CT. Actually, both of them are here in CT.
Yeah, that's the problem. They're both holding the exact same angle at this point. A2Z's got that little crack.
They could plant
so
for wedge.
In case somebody pushes the corner. Rix is going to wait on it. They got 40 seconds on the clock. That's plenty of time.
Well, if Rix feels comfortable right there that no one's going to be peeking from either jungle, and I think that's what they're going to do. Rix is going to move up, cover jungle and connector. They'll plant for wedge. They know that at least one of them is CT. It turns out they both are, so that plant is actually the perfect thing that Torque could have done.
No smokes. On Torque. A2Z with the spray down, takes Bolts down. He's going to get traded out by the AWP of Henny, but it's going to be a 1v1. There's a 2K round so far for Henny. Rix is good, though. Rix is one of the most solid players, perhaps the best player on Torque. He's very good in these clutch situations. He's going to get smoked off.
Yeah, but so is Henny.
Oh, man. Henny just playing the crack in the smoke. I wonder if that was intentional. Just throw it so that there would be a crack, baiting Rix out.
Yeah, you always got to wonder, right? I mean, obviously, objective 1 was to just smoke the bomb, but it does leave that little crack there, and then that kind of tunnels people into peeking it, and then you just throw them a quick shoulder peek and get the frag. Either way, it's Henny with the triple. Switched out even to the M4A4 to win that one. Got 2 kills previously in the round with the op, and that's 6-0 right now. Torqued coming close, but so far have not got onto the scoreboard.
And he's running away with this. Mo so far, he's only put up 1 frag for his team. They've rarely had enough money to put an AWP in the hands of Mo. This time they're playing it a little bit slower. 1 player going to underpass, and he's going to be watching the angle. And 3 set up just outside of A, just watching for a push. They have plenty of utility. Oh, look at him!
Wins out on that battle. The smoke's dissipating, the fire's down, but Henny with the scope, I mean, you're going to be able to see a little more clearly than Bo, who's just had that AK. So he's down again. Keep in mind, like, they are losing. Not a lot of opportunities with the op for him, and even when Mo does have it, like, you're still on the T side. So before I truly pass judgment, let's get more through the game and see the CT side. But for right now, GamesAcademy, everyone on their team showing up and delivering what we expect from them. Here's Bolts and Henny again on this A site. Like, maybe you don't go to A. 2 of the best players on this GamesAcademy team are playing this site.
Yeah,
but look at Rix. Rix should be able to even this up.
Off from CT. Rix, sneaky. Gonna throw a flashbang out, just flash himself. Nice job. Showtime knows exactly where he is at this point. Just gonna hold the angle and wait 1 grenade.
I mean, Rix gets the kill, but he almost got a little unlucky. He was hoping to creep over to CT. If they killed Showtime, then A was undefended, but Lucas found him first, coming over from B. So then, you know, the jig was up. Rix was known, but it's still Showtime left in a 1 versus 2. Best chance so far that we've seen for Torque. They've got the man up, but now it goes into a 1v1. Both these guys are both low, 50 versus 39. And that box is somewhat spammable, just a little off target.
Yeah, Rix doesn't take any damage right there. Oh, if he just looks over.
Oh,
Showtime's going to have a free frag. Not meant to happen. Rix somehow gets the jump on him. And even slightly through the wall, dropping Showtime. Finally got a round in the hands of Torque's T side. Okay, so Joey, this map is traditionally somewhat CT-sided in competitive play right here, but this is pretty ridiculous. It's 6-1. Torque needs to start stringing these rounds together. Good news is they've been killing off a lot of members of GamesAcademy, so they've got the money relatively low. Another one might possibly force GamesAcademy into an eco.
Yeah, I mean, this is the big test right here. And the GamesAcademy already are not just going to sit idly by and be like, maybe we can hold. They're just dramatically doing something different. They have 3 people out in the middle right now, flashing. They're moving Lucas up over to the island. But Rix has the angle on him. They did no idea that he was there. They had spotted Mo. Rix gets a freebie, but now he walks out right into Henny. And they get out just in time because reinforcements, and not even, Henny gets caught. Sean Garris and TCK were coming from underpass. And A2Z gets bolts out of the A site, but here's Phelps making a stand.
This is the first time we've seen a change in the strats for GamesAcademy pushing out so aggressively, but it puts them into a 1v3 situation. Oh, it's Showtime. Yeah, CZ75, not much you can do. There's TCK finishing him up.
I mean, that's massive.
They've played very classic Mirage, right? They've not been getting extremely aggressive. They haven't done anything crazy in mid because they really haven't felt the need to. They lose a single round and then they get hyper aggressive down mid. They get the 1 pick, but it looked like they just kept on overextending out there, handing free frags to Torque, and that just gives them the momentum. Now, full eco round. Look at this, 3 USPs going on for GamesAcademy. The economy is in shambles at this point.
Yeah, I mean, the bonus is starting to move up a little bit. They'll have a rifle buy. Probably no op for Henny unless he decides the glass cannon. And that $300 even is really going to help Henny's position if he wants an op. And you can see they got a good read on the economy. Sean Garris knows they're broke. They just won 2 in a row. And some of the rounds up to that were pretty close, coming down to clutch situations. So GamesAcademy are poor. Sean Garris going to be the recon player, but the pistol frags are coming in. Henny and Phelps each with 1. Phelps with a chance to even find another. Man advantage now actually to GamesAcademy. TCK in the connector. Mo down there as well.
I mean, Henry's got that 1 player trapped on Tetris, and he's just picking away with the USP. Silenced over there. No reaction whatsoever. So it turns into a completely free frag.
Phelps is reading the situation perfectly. Oh, he is spotted. He's slid over into the van. They know he's there, and this will slow things down. Nades are going in. That's an almost impossible shot to hit if you're Mo. And Phelps actually takes down TCK. Things are getting very, very bad now. It's all going to be on Mo. This is the moment we've been waiting for, right? The moment.
There it is.
And there it is. Op shot into a quick Tech 9. Tech 9 lighting him up. Bolts down to 3. HP. Does have an AK, but he's got no armor and no health. Mo walking around, gonna be a bit quicker, but the 2-point accuracy of the Tech Knight's not existent.
What is
Bolts
this?
turns it around and wins the 1v1, a full eco, 3 USPs, 2 P250s, and no armor. And Games Academy come away with the win there. Torque, gotta feel embarrassed.
Mo finally in a position to really step up. He has this, scores the 2K, walks right in, and ends up missing those shots with the player down to what, 3 health as Bolts down to 3 health on the B side. Totally clutchable situation, just not meant to happen. 7-2, current scoreline. This is round 10. Things are getting out of control. Torque gonna put together a little bit of a broken vibe. Both teams relatively low. The only person sitting on top of money is Henny. So this is going to be a crucial round.
Yeah, it's a big round.
And Torque needs to come out on top, even though they have the gun disadvantage. Not much utility in their hands either. They've got, what, at this point, 1 smoke and a couple of flashes. They have to commit to whatever they're executing on. And here it comes. Henny shuts down Sean Garris.
And Bolts is still in shadow here. He's going to flash out. Rix is turning. He's checking. And TCK just completely caught unaware. It looks like he had no idea what was going on. Just running out into the fire. A2Z tries to slide out of Palace, but Phelps is there. And, yeah, I mean, Games Academy not doing anything too crazy. They get rifles back in their hand, kind of just set up on their passive play. 1 at CT, 1 under balcony, 1 in the connector, and, you know, probably window and B. And it's Mo left in a 1 versus 5 with the Zob.
Oh, look at the flank coming in very quickly. That's going to be
2 guys.
Phelps. Mo has no chance.
They do split up, though.
Flashed out. Yeah, 1 out. So it could turn into a 1v1. Doesn't even matter. He just kind of walks right into the crosshairs of Lucas. And that's Mo going down. Even allowing Games Academy to pick up an extra AWP right there.
Now I see why Lucas has the lesser stats on this Games Academy lineup. Like, there's no one for this guy to kill.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like, you gotta keep in mind, like, a team like Games Academy, where most of their stats are them all on the same team.
Yeah.
There's not going to be as many frags available because they're all playing together. But when you look at a team like we'll see coming up with TSM, like all their stats, they're all on different teams, so they all have good numbers. But you have no idea really how it's going to work when they actually have to play together.
That nade from Showtime could have done a lot more damage, but it does reduce Sean Garris and TCK a little bit low at B side. For a second there, it looked like Torque wanted to just commit to a heavy B rush. But Mo's walked all the way through underpass. He sees that he has mid-control and calls for the team to start working their way up. Phelps peeks from window, and now he's got the information. See if anything comes of this boost.
Seemed like they actually knew where that happened, and Mo's now going to drop off. They're going to have to go back up for it. Maybe they'll just spot Phelps, and none of this is going to be spammable. Oh my gosh, fire going out everywhere. Say goodbye to your boost. I kind of like that. It looks like that was pretty planned, too, to get both those fires covering underneath the window. And smart of Phelps not even to repeat that. Like, he's so passive. A lot of people would just want to get those kills. He sits, he holds tight. And what another Showtime. Just doing it again. And that time, he's like, you know what, they got pistols. I'll make it a fair fight. I'll use a pistol. He shows up and gets another 4K.
That's a 4K round. Well, I mean, he's got the call from his teammates. He knows that they're working their way through underpass.
And they were making noise that time.
Yeah, absolutely. He knows what's going on. He smokes off. That allows him to get that free frag as the player works his way around the edge of the smoke. And then that flashbang just seals the deal right there. Showtime, the master of B site today, Games Academy, large and in charge. Shouldn't be too much of a surprise, though. I mean, yeah, I know they've been a premier and main level team, but Games Academy, they've shown that they can take it toe-to-toe with the likes of Luminosity, CLG, all these top-tier teams. They are what is regularly an up-and-coming team.
Yeah, and now with Bolts, I mean, that's really got to help. I mean, I didn't even think Bolts...
for sure.
Like, who knows? We talked about it a little, what happened with Phoenix and Taco, and maybe what else Taco brings to Luminosity, but I think in terms of players, I might rather have Bolts than Taco still on that Luminosity team, so he's a big player to have. And Henny, obviously, is unreal.
Phelps is going to come up big right here. Oh, my goodness.
No, he's not.
Jumps up, Mo turns around, says, no, good night. Good day, sir. Here comes a window boost, perhaps? Just peeking around the corner? Yeah,
yeah, they're just trying to get the kill as Showtime walks out. They don't want to boost into it yet. But Showtime playing pretty patient. I mean, they got the opening kill, so they're... Torque is trying to rely on the fact that Games Academy is going to want to try to get something done, maybe try to get aggressive and find a trade to even it back up. And that pays off. They slide positions, and Sean Garris gets the kill onto Lucas.
Yeah, but they're still not able to drop that off. So you got 2 AWPs that you're going to have to deal with, along with Bolts. They know Bolts have been playing on the A site pretty consistently. And the rest of the team spreads out. 1 mid, 1 B, 1 on A site. They've got 1 lurk. That's going to be A2Z watching A while the
Henny
BSC
knows.
comes in. Henny's nice. Unloads another shot and another shot. That's going to be 3 kills. He's holding the hard angle. I don't know if he actually saw the bomb there, but he should suspect something for TCK. Spotted out.
God!
Miraculously turns it into a 4K.
That
What is this,
second
Joey?
shot was effing unreal.
Back. We got a vacuum.
Even the
chat,
last
please.
shot was crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he just barely spots him through that sliver going down arch at catwalk.
It's just hard to.
All right,
I
Henny.
mean, they were
Good
even
game.
more or less torqued. We're going in together. But, you know, there's a lot of little slivers there and some incredibly hard shots to hit, but Henny hits all 4 of them, and that's why this guy is regarded as one of the better operators in the scene right now.
Well, that's going to wreck
Big
the
up and
finances
comer, right?
for Torque.
You got Henny, you got Kusta, and I mean, we haven't even seen anything from Skadoodle, more like Skahoodle. As a lot of these young guns trying to take that title.
Yeah. Yeah, Battle of the Operas, like you were talking about, Mo versus Henny, couldn't be more different. Mo bottom frag 4, 3, and 12. Henny's 19, 0, and 3. This round, though, has turned into a 2 versus 2. Keep in mind that this is a hard eco for Torque. They just tech 9'd up, and they've been able to take a number of
Pretty
kills.
well.
TCK's already established himself inside B side. He has control. All he has to do is cover A2Z while he brings the bomb in.
Yeah, and that's what that flash was for. That allows ATZ to cross up in Palace, and every terrorist got that code memorized. It don't matter if you're blind when you're trying to plant the bomb. Fire goes out, but it's a little too late. TCK in the best position right now to win this round. So the shot that he takes is going to be crucial, and we already saw what Henny did on the last round. The barrel's been spotted. TCK knows what's going on, but he doesn't even react to that.
That's crazy. I mean, he's holding it
That might have
super low.
the ping. 47 and 54. I mean, there shouldn't have been any big
Not that
discrepancy
big
in what he saw.
I don't even know what happened right there. I mean, he's just holding it low. He saw the barrel, so he's got every bit of notice and warning that that player might come out window. Doesn't even flick up, let alone taking the shot.
Or shoot, yeah. Yeah, that was a little strange.
I didn't even see how TCK got in there. Did you?
I'm not actually sure
TCK?
how they got into the site.
Could have been a big round for Torque. Just not much happened. Good news is they kept Games Academy relatively low, but I mean, what good is it when you have 2 players sitting on top of 10?
Now Henny's just, he's feeling himself, dude. He's all over the map. The big play over in B 2 rounds ago. Obviously, he was not in B in the last round. He must have played middle or even at A because Torque got into B, and if Henny was there, that's probably not going to happen. Henny takes it back, and now he starts this round moving over to A. And as that smoke dissipates, that's allowing Bolt to see TCK. So pretty much a free frag for him. TCK didn't even have a weapon drawn, and Bolts now takes down Rix, bomb down on top of Tetris, and Sean Garris. Last man 1 versus 5. So far a flawless round, and Games Academy are just rushing.
4 spots for the bomb to be for Sean Garris too. I mean, it's so easy to keep your eyes on it. He just has to walk right out there. Henny's waiting with the AWP. As expected, we're talking about how his headshot stats are a little low. Well, he pads that just a little bit with a headshot on Sean. 12-2. I think Torque is pretty much gone tilt mode at this point. It's 15. End of the first half. The only silver lining I see is the fact that they've got just enough cash with max loss bonus now to muster up an effective buy. They've got plenty of utility. But so far, doesn't matter how much they buy, what strats they execute, it's just not working against Games Academy. More specifically, it's not working against the AWP of Henny.
Yeah, good God. This man is a legend. I mean, certainly, I mean, now that Kusta's already through, I feel like Henny's got to be the best opper on the field right now. But A2Z, honestly, has been playing pretty well. Even though they're getting wrecked, like A2Z's hitting some shots. He's right up there with Rix on the scoreboard, even above now after this round. But here's Henny. I mean, if he hits a 1 versus 5, I'm actually going to leave.
Well, he needs a 5K in order to salvage this round out of that or wait out the clock. That's all A2Z right there, opening the round with a 2K on A side. Bomb's going to go down now, so that puts pressure on Henny. There's another kill. A2Z single beats him. Another 1v1 engagement. There goes Mo. Now it's 1v2. If ever it was winnable, this is it.
I mean, I don't want to leave you because there's another best of 3 after this.
And it's the new TSM. I mean, we need to see what they're capable of. Henny, is he going to get stuck into another 1v1? There's another 1v1 fight. Takes the kill. Now, fakes it out with a smoke. Finally, missing a single off shot. You're telling me there's hope. Come on, TCK. Unable to do it.
Oh, the
with the ace, but what? TCK's Molly burns him alive before the defuse.
He might have had that defuse.
Oh,
it would have been really close.
Joey, what are we watching?
We're watching Henny absolutely dominate the North American scene right now.
That was unbelievable.
That shot onto Mo was insane. But it also goes to show, like, it's 1v5. Mo does not need to be hanging off that chair cubby at middle and peeking window. There's no reason for that. And then the same thing. I mean, he knew where the players were most likely going to be playing. He knew there'd be one, either Palace, Porch, or A ramp. He decides to check under the balcony, which was also a pretty nuts shot. But yeah, I mean, a little bit of sloppiness there from Torqued. I mean, it was fine for A2Z to push through and be like, all right, I got opt, whatever. Right. It's still 1v3. You guys just need to sit tight. It's Henny. This dude has just been wrecking us. He's 29-4. Like, give the man some respect and don't even look at him.
You're going to challenge Henny in multiple 1v1 engagements when you know the guy is an absolute beast right there. And also, I mean, you called out Mo right there. Mo's putting himself into just a straight-up reaction time kind of aim battle right there. And, I mean, with how sick Henny's been playing, you're not going to win that battle. Also, I mean, not to pick on the guy, but I think Mo is actually the oldest player we have in the last chance qualifier. I can vouch, man. Once you start to
still not older than
30
you,
years
though.
old, the reaction times aren't happening.
You just need more caffeine, right?
Yeah, exactly. Lots of caffeine. Lots of.
Not about how old you are. It's about how much caffeine you take in.
That's right. Intravenous injection of the Monster Energy drink. That's what we need right here. Pistol rounds underway though. 12-3. GamesAcademy is going to be on T side. They're taking it very slow. Looks like they're scouting out for whatever information, hoping that Torque gets impatient. I think they're just banking on Torque being inexperienced and pushing out.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. It seems like they were setting up for middle, and I thought they were going to try to take control of middle, then push through underpass connector and go for an A hit, but we actually do see Henny and Phelps now coming over to A, so it seems like it'll be the main offensive on the A ramp Palace side, and you got your lurker that is Showtime. They're going to come up through underpass and hit that connector once things get started on the A site, where you do have our man A2Z, who's been playing pretty well, and also Rix. So some pretty solid aimers. Rix appears to be up here on the balcony, and A2Z over in CT. Three coming from Alice, though. That smoke went down. What a good time for Rix. That really delays everything. Now they've made noise. They are still just going to push through, but they can't do anything. Two jump through at the same time. Phelps takes down Rix. A2Z has not been able to chime in yet. Here's Mo. They know exactly where he's going to be. Smoke's down. How else can he peep but go over the stairs? And actually, Henny just runs him down. Sean Garris does find Showtime. A2Z pushed all the way back into CT. They're pushing him. They're double peeking him right now, and Luke is able to get that kill for free. Sean Garris and TCK, the Clutch King, is down. Henny takes him out, and here's Bolts from the other side.
Yeah, not much to say about that except for Rix right there, holding down the position. You called it. The two best players for Torqued are holding down the A site right there. It's probably the worst site that you could possibly pick, but Rix is standing in a solid position.
And that smoke was so well timed by Rix, too.
The perfect smoke, but as soon as, I think the player who was hanging back at CT spotted ramp, and for that moment, Rix hesitated and looked away. He could have come up pretty huge right there. Didn't happen, and ends up getting just, four-stomped, overrun. And that's site. 13-3. Torqued in serious trouble. Keep in mind, this is their map choice, so you have to assume that they've been practicing strats on it. You have to assume that they've got something. The next map's going to be Train. Oh, here comes Bolts. He's going to go for this, isn't he? He's feeling confident. You know it.
Well, I mean, he bought the MAC-10, right? This is why you buy the MAC-10. If he wants to fly out A and figure out what's going on, find the stack. Might even find a kill, but if he doesn't, who cares? He's only given up a MAC-10. It's not going to be that big of a deal. And he does still get a kill! Rix maybe being a little too patient. TCK is probably like, Rix! WTF?
I thought you were watching that angle, man.
Nice flash. Lucas very aware of that. To be able to regain, and now that's a little bit dangerous. And AK has gone down, and GamesAcademy maybe getting a bit sloppy on this one. I don't think Lucas should have been there after Bolts went down. I mean, they did only see 2 people a day, so they're thinking maybe it's a normal round, but as we know, it was actually a stack, and now Torqued is fanning out and actually correctly bolstering this B side of the map a little bit more. That is where GamesAcademy is going.
Yeah, it's a good read for Torqued right now. Them stacking inside sight.
Ooh, big damage
jumps
from
down,
Rix.
that's a lot of damage. Ooh, switching his gun's gonna get caught out in sight. That's Phelps from Apps taking the kill.
Garrus is in a pretty key position right now, still around the pylons of this bomb site. A2Z moving in, takes down Phelps. Showtime should be an easy frag as well, and he is. That's the bomb down. PT50 out. Henny is low. I think he got dinked from that, and they will take that round. And I think you just got a little bit sloppy over there at the A-ramp for GamesAcademy. Lucas had no business being there after bolts went down.
I liked what Torqued ended up doing, even though they lost that initial entry pick over there. Rix pushes all the way into Palace and hides while they had one other player sitting in dark who peeks the corner, and that allowed Rix to pop up. You saw the uncertainty. It's like, I thought you were in dark. How is there somebody in Palace all of a sudden? Just patient kind of play right there from Rix. Good communication, and then a great read falling onto the B site instantly. There's hope for Torqued.
We got Sean Garrus with his Mac 10 and TCK with the FAMAS, so kind of the less defended site just in terms of the weaponry, and it does appear that GamesAcademy is looking to throw out a full smoke execute with Tech 9s, which honestly very well could just run over these weapons. It's going to fall pretty heavily onto TCK, because Sean Garrus, even if he turns around, he's got a Mac 10 at that range, like he's not going to be that useful. He's got to get back into the site, and here come all the smokes.
Yes, that smoke strategy Tech 9's going on. Drop down to get right, and Sean Garrus, he's able to take one down before he gets traded out. Bomb working his way around the corner. TCK finds himself in a 1v2 situation. Mo, unfortunately, walks right into the bullets as well. That's Henny scoring a 2K so far. A2Z and Rix from the single angle retake with the FAMAS. Rix saying, don't block me, bro, don't block me.
Yeah, they're trying to go in together, but it is a pretty narrow corridor. Phelps gonna peek out, gets taken out instantly. They did try to peek together. Bolts also, though, got spotted by A2Z. Both of those men hit their targets. Bomb did go down. Showtime's in a decent spot to try to win it, even with the P250, but he can't do it. Nice retake there by Rix and A2Z.
That smoke strat worked out effectively for getting into the site. At least they got the bomb plant. They're going to pick up a little bit more cash on that. So 13-5, Torqued doing good. They invested just a little bit too much money on that round.
Yeah, they had a
Games
lot of
Academy
utility on that round.
Yeah, so we're not going to see one of those third round buys at all this time around. P250s, no armor. Touchy utility, though. One flash.
Yeah, they can buy down to like 2.5, and everyone should be fine. Showtime goes a little bit below that, because round bonus is only going to be a 3. Once you get the max bonus, you can pretty much buy down to 2K every single round, but they're not quite there yet. And knowing GamesAcademy, from what we've seen, they might not get to that max bonus.
The fake, they're going to drop a decoy and try
There's
to put a little bit of pressure on B side. There it is. Yeah, Mo dropping Henny. That's important. Granted, he doesn't have an AW.
Yeah, he didn't have an op this time.
Yeah. Any other round is so important. Rix getting hyper aggressive. Peeking into underpass. He's going to take a kill. Showtime and TCK staring at each other through smoke in apps. All right, but he's behind the wall.
Back. There's Mo again, taking down bolts. Yeah, those kills aren't too hard to come by. These guys just have pistols. But it can feel pretty good to just hit your op shots, right? Like get warmed up on a round like this and transfer that over to a rifle. And let's see.
He hasn't represented at all. Luke's
yeah, I mean, he almost had a pretty sick 1v3, even though it was against pistols. But bolts on that round over in the B site with the AK and 3 HP was a little quicker. And the Tech 9 is not very accurate.
Just a flat-out run-and spamming kind of weapon right there. GamesAcademy going into their first T-side gun round this time around. You see Bolts throwing something onto the A site. Could have been a decoy. Could have been a flash.
It wasn't a decoy. Yeah, I guess it was just a quick flash.
Yeah. Not very convincing if he's trying to sell some sort of fake.
They're probably just trying to say like, yo, we're outside A, look, a flash.
We're here.
And then that kind of, I mean, that did take both smokes already. The smoke to A-ramp and the smoke to Palace. Both have been gone down, and no one else has anything to throw into the site except for Sean Garrus, but he's more so playing connector.
They did bait out the smokes. GamesAcademy on a default right now, just watching for pushes.
Now they're throwing a smoke that's going to end up on the catwalk to try to take that top middle control.
Makes sense. They don't have a player going into underpass just yet, so they might just all bum rush out top mid.
Molotov into the connector. Will they smoke it as well? The bomb is actually sliding back over to A right now, just trying to get that top middle control, a little bit of extra pressure. I think that's a smoke into window and maybe one on a catwalk so they can work down to lower mid and try to pinch onto the A side. Actually, yep, that's what they're doing. 2 and A ramp with the bomb, 3 coming up the catwalk into the middle connector area now. Still a little smoked off, but it's just dissipating. They smoked the reverse side of this too. Means they can't quite push through yet. Maybe that's a smoke waiting for this, but Phelps going up the stairs and another player helping him at the same time take down Sean Garris. A2Z will bring down Lucas. He's under shadow. Mo's got his shot now. That was actually off the catwalk. Taking down Phelps and connector. Bolts is frying people up. 3 versus 3 right now. 15 seconds on the clock, actually less than that. So Games Academy, they need to get that bomb down and actually will be allowed to get the bomb down.
I can't believe that they didn't get pushed that time around.
Going back behind the smoke. So he's left his boy Bolts hanging. And they will all fall. Torque retake.
There's the cleanup right there. That was a long, drawn-out round for Games Academy. Lots of faking, lots of indecision before they set up for that heavy ace split. Looked like that Molly's the thing that really screwed the round for Games Academy. They wanted to come rushing out of ramp at the same time as that connector push, but they got stalled out, and that ate up the clock right there. They were up against the clock. Had to plant the bomb instantly.
Yeah, I mean that's the problem with your A executes on the T side of Mirage. Like they are so telegraphed anytime you throw a smoke over, which I guess is why Games Academy tried to fake so many other portions of the map, like throwing out smokes, trying to get that mid control. Maybe take some more attention there, but like you said, that Molotov went down and really slowed things down for Games Academy. Here it goes again, the same set smokes that we saw out in middle the last time. The 1 in window, 1 on cat, and 1 on the reverse side of the connector, so they can just try to battle Rix, but Rix is winning so far. He's taken down Showtime, and now he's retreated back out to the stairs, and that's a great spot to be in. He's super blind though, but they've got no idea where he is. Meanwhile, Bolts does take out A2Z. Phelps is now up on the stairs, and Jungle is smoked.
Oh, this is terrible. Now Sean Garris missing the off shot, switches over. Henny's going to down. That means Henny's going to be able to go in and pick up an AWP. And we have Rix all alone on the retake. This is terrible. Phelps rather peeks the corner, turns it into a headshot, and converts that into another round for Games Academy. 14-7. Torque completely out of cash at this point. They're going to buy up, make it into a 4-spot.
Yeah, they got some drops coming out.
They kind of have to, yeah.
They had 4 in a row. Let's see where they. I mean, 3 people surviving, 5 people surviving. So yeah, they did well enough to earn themselves 1 more rifle round after a loss, which is good because, I mean, otherwise they would just be out of this map pretty quick. Here though, if they do lose, Games Academy will have crushed Torque's money completely and probably have that freebie to close it out. So round 22 really, really important.
I like how Games Academy just said, you know what, that strat was too slow. Let's just do it again. Minus all the fakes. They just charged right up mid. That time they ran 1 player through Palace. I wonder if that kind of helped make the difference on the A side as well. This time around, they're going to take their time. One thing I noticed about the Brazilian teams, Luminosity, Games Academy, they got that Navi-like tactic on T side. They always spread out, play default for a long time and run out the clock.
Yeah,
before they finally make a decision.
More that EU style.
Yeah.
Able to transfer those defaults into set takes based on what's already happened on the map.
They're clustering up around B site. Almost looks like they want to go ahead and hit it. 5-man straight out. They're going to have to deal with TCK all alone. Good read. Oh, but look at this.
That doesn't seem like it'll be too hard. They push out too far, though. At this point, you're no longer defending anything. I guess Mo at least stayed on the catwalk, so he's not too far away, but TCK taking damage. The fire hasn't quite spread over to him yet. It's more behind the bench. And here's Mo getting a shot on the bolt. Sean Garris. Oh! Surprise! Phelps knew exactly where that player was.
That's terrifying.
Lucas also takes down A2Z. Yeah, that really is. That's turned that into a GIF.
Yeah. This player model, you can almost see his mouth shake. Like, well, I don't know what's happening. Bomb's gonna go down. Compliments of Henny. Sean Garris spots 1 player at corner before he gets spotted out. Now Rick's gonna be all alone. There's Henny with the AWP. I think that was Mo's stolen AWP as well. So he got 2 2Ks that round. Games Academy forces us straight into match point. And Torque Gaming You know the buy's going to be ugly, Joey. You know the buy is going to be ugly. We got a lot of utility, though.
I mean, it doesn't
players
matter.
Armored up.
Henny's 38-8. Like, that doesn't matter. I don't think whatever you do, I don't think it's going to be enough to get past this monster that is Henny. But maybe you just buy pistols, and they run straight into your crossfire. Rick's 2 with the CZ. Mo gets 1 before that. And that might just be the round, but we got the veteran. That is Bolt, the young veteran. And of course, Henny, who is pretty much just a god. 2 kills right
That's
there.
a 40K.
Yeah, well, 40 bomb, but yeah. 40K would maybe be a little...
Well, in a single round, it's possible. Kidding. In deathmatch, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, look at this. Henny's pushed out, expecting a flank.
Yeah, I mean, they're hoping that
Bolt's
Torque
playing
is going to
slow.
get really impatient, but if Torque's pushed in this sense, like, none of them deserve to be called pro players. Like, they've got the bomb down at the A site, like, all they have to do is hold just like they already
Steel
did.
would kill them if they push out at this point.
Yeah, and
they
it seems
can't
like
for fear of steel.
Seems like A2Z,
Oh, don't do
TCK,
it,
all
A2Z.
those guys have good contact with Steel and Daze, so I'm sure they'll hear it. And there's Sean Garrett taking down Bolts and A2Z to finish it off.
Beautiful job. Torque's still going to be in it. They end up ecoing GamesAcademy, making use of the utility. More importantly, making use of the fact that they were able to drop the bomb and take bomb control, and they played disciplined spots. It looked a little scary there for a while because you saw A2Z and TCK kind of getting jiggle-peekly around the corner, almost like they wanted to go ahead and walk right into the death trap. 15-8. That was a big round right there. GamesAcademy, they don't have enough money to buy anything, so it's going to be the inverse of last round with utility, Tech 9s, and just 2 players armored up for GamesAcademy as they set up just outside of B site. Bomb goes solo to A.
Yeah, I mean, GamesAcademy a few times on rounds like this, when they're underfunded, have gone for the big B takes with the full smoke setup, so they're going to do it again. If they get a kill, there's only 1 person there, so if TCK goes down, and actually now Mo comes back over on the catwalk, if someone dies, they're going to rotate.
That's it.
That's a problem. Sean
Sean
Garrett
Garrett's
has
on the
found the
flank.
bomb.
Unreal. Sean just peeks way all the way up. I think he came from mid, had to come from mid. Back in T-spawn, drops the bomb. At this point, he's got bomb control. The A players don't have to contest anything in mid if they just back off and set up a defensive position at the bomb. You see Sean Garrett just camping at it, saying, hey guys, I've got this. They take multiple kills, and now Bolts is going to find himself all alone. He doesn't have armor. He's holding a Tech 9 only, and it's a long way from B side all the way to T-spawn where he has to pick up this bomb in order to do something.
Yeah, at this point, Bolts just wants to make it expensive. Maybe there you go, get a gun. Still a bit of a risk to move through this because everyone else's position is unknown, but it's a risk that he's going to have to take here. He picks up that M4. And what's his current money? 2,000. No armor though. He doesn't really want to save. He's on a mission right now. He's just trying to kill everybody. It's like Taken.
He's gonna spot Rix.
He's not
Like
Liam
he
Neeson.
should have seen Rix and reacted a little bit earlier right there, but Rix is gonna go ahead and take the kill, making this one more round for Torque. Torque's CT side's actually looking pretty strong right here. They're able to eco against GamesAcademy, string a couple of rounds together, and GamesAcademy. They only got the $1,900 bonus, but they saved just enough cash to go ahead and buy up this time around. Bolts can't buy a gun. I bet he wishes he was able to save that M4 last time around. Still can pick up a weapon off of a dead comrade later on.
Yeah, so a chance here for GamesAcademy to close it out, but 2 in a row now, and one of those coming on a force buy. That always bolsters the money a little bit. Although, that doesn't really matter right now for Torque, because if they lose another round, it's over. It's on to Train.
That's going to be brutal.
Yeah, it very well could be.
I just don't expect Torque to have much of a game plan on Train.
Torque are starting to make it a bit more competitive. I mean, they've got 1 more round now than NRG did in any of their maps. You know, that new team going up against Optic, and Optic and GamesAcademy kind of filling similar roles in this tournament, being the teams to beat, the hardest opposition. So Torque, I mean, I guess they've proved a little bit more.
The default has ended for GamesAcademy. They're starting to bunch up at A site. The A2Z and Mo watching the angle. Perhaps a good read by Sean Garrett as he pushes away from mid. No activity yet. He's suspecting something at the A site. So you're going to have 3 guns possibly that you have to deal with. Standard looking smokes dropping onto the site. This might just be a smoke wall.
Yeah, it is a wall around the triple box.
A2Z might be able to play this angle though. He's the flashbang though. Should have been able to get the kill on Lucas. Showtime plants the bomb in the smoke.
Man, that's beautiful. And he gets one as they're falling back, and now Lucas and Bolt's never really moved out, so they're in perfect post-plant situations already. Showtime planted the bomb and slid over into Sandwich, so he's in a little bit of danger, and he will go down to Rix. Now Lucas, those boards are very spammable, but does a lot of damage. Actually, Bolts, again, just on the Tech 9. If it wasn't for TCAK, this would be very, very winnable. These guys are all so low. And Sean Garris with 1 HP, could have got dicey if he didn't get that kill. Time is getting lower, and would have been a 1v1, and the bomb was planted for Palace. But Torque to get another, that gets them into the double digits. Comeback is real.
Yeah,
Games Academy is still a little poor.
Yeah, giving up far too many rounds right there. Yeah, they're only getting, what, $2,400 as a bonus this round, and you can tell that they would like to buy. They would like to buy right here, but the fact of the matter is you can't buy something fully. You know that the torqued cash is getting out of hand. You know that you've only got 5 rounds to play with. Stop throwing it away. So they're just going to Tech 9 up, set a floor, about $1,900 or so, buy into that, and try to make something out of this round, and then close it out next round if this doesn't work. They take top mid controls very quickly. A couple of players at B might just turn into a B split. Showtime, nice, opens it up. TCK's down. Sean Garrett's also holding the angle with the AWP. There's a shot. Get out of there, Sean. Gets another kill before he gets traded out. Nice. Sight, going to Games Academy.
Ooh, there's Henny with another double. That puts him up to 44 and 11. He's got a 4-1 KDA. Now make it 45. 45 and 11 here against Torqued. I mean, Rix was trying his best. He went 21 and 21. He went even. Wow. Even A2Z was playing decent. But it's a little worrying. I mean, they were kind of making a comeback. They looked all right in a few rounds. They got it 10 in there. But that was their pick, and now they're going to go over to Train, and that's what is a little bit worrying.
Yeah, the CT side would look decent for Torqued. If they just strung a couple more rounds together on T side, maybe they would have had a little bit momentum, more momentum. Maybe they would have felt a little bit happier going into it. But I think that whole game right there was just the story of Henny. The total kill count was 45. He goes plus 34. I think you might have already said that. 8 2Ks, 8 2K rounds. 4 3K rounds, a single ace, and a 4K. So, yeah, if you're looking for a highlight reel, Henny,
you found
there, Mirage. You've got lots of material, guys. That's it.
He almost had a 1v5 over at the A side. He actually did kill all 5 of them, and maybe would have had time to defuse if it wasn't for the fire that had been thrown on the bomb.
Oh, yeah, that was his ace, and he failed the round.
And then he had a ridiculous. He had a couple teammates up, but he was alone on the B site. He had a ridiculous 4K at B. That was some of the sickest shots I've ever seen. Threading the needle through all the nooks and crannies, all the columns of that B site and catwalk.
And the flick shots, man.
Quick flicks, yeah, no scope. I think it was onto Rix that was jumping out of Palace. So, story of map 1 is Henny is pretty much godlike.
Henny's good.
Yeah.
That's it.
I almost want them to win this now so that we can see them go into that major qualifier and see Henny up against some of the best in the scene, because that's going to be a treat.
I would really like to see that, actually, because Henny is unbelievable. This has been a really good end of the year, start of the new year, because we've seen really solid talent starting to emerge in terms of offers specifically, right? You saw Kusta just phenomenally on fire for Enemy. If you told me at the start of season 7, season 8, or whatever in CEVO that Kusta and Enemy GG was going to be some major contender kind of team, I was he's an up-and-comer, but I don't know about that. No, I mean, suddenly Enemy's looking really good. Kusta's amazing, and then this guy, Henny. What's the deal with Brazil, by the way? Why are they so good at ops?
I don't know. I mean, they got a lot of talent down there, and I think just the nature of that scene, a lot of their games all get played on LAN, so I mean, I think playing on LAN is just a really good experience. Even if you're not playing against the best, just able to talk and communicate in person about, your ideas of Counter-Strike and how you play and give each other tips. Right. It really helps build the scene. So there's a lot of good players down there waiting to be discovered, and hopefully they will soon. But what we're going to do, we'll take a quick break. If you are just joining us, this is the last chance online qualifier for the Americas region. One more team through this best of 3 single elimination bracket will move on to the major qualifier to join NMEGG, who qualified from the minor that happened about last week over in Ohio. I'm Helium. That's Pat Flanagan, also known as Sabo, and we'll be with you after a short break. Stay tuned.